Hello everybody. This is an astrology video about Uranus, and I made a video about Uranus before, but I want to go a little bit more deep, specifically about soul connections, and why Uranus is so important, and why you need to understand what's going on during Uranus retrograde, specifically right now, and during the upcoming season of it. Uranus represents so many things, but specifically when we're talking about energy, when we're talking about power, when we're talking about spiritual awakening, he's the one that is responsible for your spiritual awakening, as far as the energy of it. I brought it in this so you can understand a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of like zoom it in. The reason I want to show you his sign there is, it's that if you take a look at it, you look at it like two satellite dishes. When they come together in union, they brings the energy for you. And this is what Uranus does. Uranus represents the universe, the good and the bad that comes in. They come in inside of you and work within you. During the direct motion, Uranus actually provides for you the understanding about life, the understanding of everything that goes around, awakes you like this is hot, don't touch it, and if you don't believe it, go ahead and touch it. When you burn your hands, now you know it. And this is how Uranus teaching you, by first giving you the message, and then if you don't get the message, it's gonna teach you what's gonna happen. Uranus right now it's in Aries, it's in a fire sign, and this is the part of I am. And this is very powerful because this is like rebirth within a zodiac sign, because this is where the baby is. This is the baby when it's born. And when Uranus is there, it's provide this energy for you to be reborn. And this is why during Uranus there was a lot of people who got awakening inside. And that awakening happens on two levels. That happens on physical level and it happens in soul level. During the direct motions, the way right now he is, he's gonna shift tomorrow. During this direct motion, he's teaching you how to react within the material world. How you to go ahead and figure out, I need to move up, I need to find a new job, I need to find a better place, I need to find a better person. And all of a sudden the universe creates this part, because you're accepting these energies from Uranus. You work within a universe that those locators of Uranus bring inside of you, and if you align it up perfectly, the life goes on nice and smooth. You're gonna be with the people that you need to connect to. You're gonna be in the places that you need to be. You're gonna be doing the things that all of a sudden it's like a magical world for you. But this is when you understand that you have to go alone within the universe. And during this material part, you understand this. Things are going on. But when he switchings on retrograde, he shifts. And when he shifts you the messages that you're getting, instead of for the real world that we are living in, he sends you messages about your spiritual world and awakens you up. During this shift process, like what's happening in the next week or so, that was because you felt like there was a Mercury retrograde. everything just breaking out of as a communications. Your internal communications are changing. So now you're gonna begin awakening in the soul. During this awakening in the soul, you will get the messages about what you need to do in life, how your life will be. Like you may be waking up at specific times. A lot of people who got awakened, they got awakened at 3 o'clock and 33 minutes, 4 o'clock 44 minutes, 5 o'clock 55 minutes. That is a big one, and it tells you changes, changes, changes. You walk, you see a cars 55 all the time, or 555 all the time. It's gonna be, comes after you like changes, 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 and you're gonna be changed for good. And this is the part that Uranus does, and so is awakening you up. What is happening though for the people, for the most of the people, this is gonna be the time where they need to look deep inside of themselves, and they're gonna be like, I was not right about this. I have to review this part of my life. I wasn't listening what has been given to me. The universe giving you the opportunities for a better life. I was rejecting things that I didn't have. And now the universe comes like, well, you're rejecting those parts, you are blah blah blah, you need to improve yourself, I'm here to help you, it's time for you to listen. And this is the part to describe on into the Bible. That is when the angels come into the dream and talking to you, or all of a sudden, you know, there is this God coming in talking to you, or like for instance, the archangels comes in and they're telling you what you need to do. Another part is that when Jesus received his dreams about, I need to go to Galilee, I need to go here, I need to go there. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the messages that Uranus provides about this. And some of you are going to get those messages about what you need to do in your life. And if you understand this part, and if you understand these things, I hope this video reaches you out to help you to understand that there is a processes that happen inside of you, and you become awakened. And what I mean awaken, you start living in the physical world with awakened soul. And this is how you basically evolve. This is what the part of everybody that have a soul connection, soul love, they get this. Now for the people who are in a soul connection and they're disconnect and they're in bad part, the chaser will understand that they need to stop chasing. The chaser will understand that, okay, it's universe business, not mine. What's gonna happen to the runner? It's the runner, it's gonna start, well, I made her listen God. Now the God's gonna give it a message. He's like, hey, you abandoned this person, you hurt that person. What do you do? I send them to you, they were for you. Realization, and then gives it a power to make the changes. And this is what Uranus will do in the next quite a few months. Uranus is gonna go back to Aries, then it's gonna be come back again in next year. He's gonna come back and retrograde around. And what you can do, the best thing you can do is 3 things: trust, surrender, let it go. And those 3 things will help you to move through those shifts that you need to do. If that is a relationship that doesn't work out anymore for you, it's time to trust it that it's not good for you. It's time for you to surrender because it's not good for you, and it's time to let it go of that relationship. If that is a attachment to something, but that attachment creates a pain, like if you're a person, you attach so much to your twin flame, okay, and it creates a pain, it's not good for you. You have to trust, you have to surrender and let it go. The universe knows what it's doing. And this is why my message is to you is right now it's this moment of shifts that you need to understand that something's going to occur. Why it's occurring right now? It's occurring right now because if you got the full moon, if you got the new moon, I'm sorry, not the full moon is coming up pretty soon, but the new moon that was in Leo, it happened at 0 degrees of Leo. When the moon goes around, okay, it creates this energy, but the energy was when Uranus was in direct mode. Now the moon's gonna go around, and we are going to have not only a new moon, we're going to have an eclipse and a new moon it's going to be very powerful, and it's going to be again in Leo. So we have 2 new moons in Leo for the same month, and the one previously one that was for you to understand that it's still going on lesson right now, is you to understand that the material world, it's part of your life. And 10, you're going to learn that the spiritual world, it's also part of your life. And you need to become the wisest person in the world to obey both your spiritual and your material world. And you have to coexist inside of you. And you have to create this balance and peace so you can be okay. About a twin flames, about divine partnership, this is the time when you have to remove your personal agenda, which is from the first new moon that comes in, that it's still going on right now. You to remove your personal agenda. You to remove your personal desires for your twin flame to be with you. You to go ahead and get your attachments. Let them free. Let free your twin flame. So you can listen to Uranus, what's going to bring it to you, and at the same time Uranus to give what needs to be done to your twin flame. But you're going to learn this when the moon's going to go around, and it's going to become the new moon with Uranus. There is in retrograde mode. So that way both of you is going to do their realizations. Because when you are attached to it with your own desires about your twin flame, you didn't allow the universe to do its work. You prevented the universe energy to get into your twin flame. And now when you do this, now there is a time and space where the universe will work with it. And about your twin flame, it's that part to realize the things. Uranus is going to wake him up at night. Uranus is going to tell him, hey, you feel it, the love and the soul about this person. Don't lie, because in soul, you cannot lie. Inside of the soul, that part inside of you, you cannot lie. It's impossible to lie the soul. It's just impossible. Doesn't matter what you do. And Uranus is going to be remind you about the lies. And people who lie about connections, or they're not in love, or they denied things, Uranus is going to remind them. Uranus is going to be like, you think you hide something? Universe knows everything. God knows everything. You can't hide this. You can't hide that. Is that bugging you? Do you sleep well? And that is a part of you to work that inner work. And Uranus, that it's in retrograde mode, is going to help you to heal the soul. You to healing yourself. I hope you enjoyed the next quite a few 6-7 months. And I hope you understand that this is gonna be working for you. I hope you understand it, that some of those changes that's happening to you, you may feel like they are against you, your own will, against my ego. Guess what? They're coming up for your own good. They're not coming up for just because of it. You learn how to be good in the material world. It's time for you to also be good in your spiritual world. And don't lie to your soul. Because if you continue to resist those changes in soul, you're gonna meet a very good friend of ours. The spirituality world calls it dark night of the soul. And when that's happening to you, only 10, you will be different. You will be completely different. But I hope you don't get to that point. So thank you so much for watching the video. Good luck to you in your journey. Be love.